thought you meant I was on the wrong side of time for me. I took a swing.
Jews committed the Holocaust.
Yeah, it's really nice. Thanks for sharing.
I agree. Resistance. They did it to themselves.
Mixer were the trashiest of the trash of all of Europe. They were the original Negro. Is this part of that lineage?
Well, hold it down. What you got guessing on Negroes?
Nah, that's right.
The sky is always bluer than I remember. I've been waiting for you, my friend. What you did to Billy B, that was uncalled for. It was a hate crime, man. Bring it. What's up, good? Let's try to smart ass. Get on your fucking knees. Get on your fucking knees, bitch! Ask for it. What?
Anxiety.
Civilize these white mutts, man. This is the
You've never done shit. You said you pick up the phone
how to
and
build
like
roads
drive.
and bridges and shit, and now this is gratitude. This is gratitude.
That's right. Nigger, no fucking Puerto Rican ever done anything of significance in the world.
He's not even Puerto Rican, you fucking white
You
piece.
fucking think Puerto Rican, nigga.
You wanna suck a Puerto Rican dick?
No,
If
I really
Hamas
don't.
is Palestinian, then its resistance is Puerto Rican.
I'm like your Lord and Savior.
I'm actually Semitic now because I'm Muslim.
That's amazing.
And if the Jews can do it, I can do it
Hamas,
too.
I wish that you all kill each other, frankly.
Don't worry, we'll kill them all.
No, kill each other.
I'm from Arabia.
Both of
I'm
you.
the
But I
guy.
promise
Jews
you,
and
Mr.
Arabs.
Anderson, I promise you.
I don't care, nigga.
The
I don't
cops
care.
will kill you
Go on
guys
off, you. I don't
first
care. I
before
don't
we
care.
kill them.
Fuck
Before we
yourself.
get
You
rid
talk
of
to
them,
yourself.
they will kill you first.
Nice.
And that's what they got in their books. I don't make this shit up.
I mean, but the only problem with that though is that like, as soon as they try to do some shit like that, here's the difference between white people and Arabs. If you look at groups like the Germans, really, Arabs have nothing. You guys have nothing on the Germans when it comes to like quickly and efficiently eradicating the Jews. Like that's just a fact.
Oh,
That's because they never talk about a genocide.
because they know that y'all, the whites, they call themselves whites now. These motherfuckers, red fucks, turned on their own because the guy gave them some money. That's it.
wiping people all out. That's a white man's thing, man. Other people don't do that.
Got you all, okay, they got you all calling yourself after a color. God damn.
I will say that is one annoying thing when Jews like to say. You get like Jews from Argentina that really their ancestors come from like fucking Ukraine or some shit. They're like, oh, I'm a Latina, it's in my blood. It's like, no, you're not, kike. Quit faking the fuck.
It's like now she's a white Polish man from New York. Nothing sympathetic about it.
Yeah, I do think it's cringe.
They're all white.
I do think it's cringe when
He's not white.
The European well, they have more European
He's
DNA.
more European, but he's not white.
He's European. That's white.
No, they actually have more European DNA than anything else.
Only Jews, for some reason, in this country get to identify as white and as a minority at the same time. Did you know that?
But I would just say this: it is cringe when you get like the Ashkenazi Jews that
Get all the
that try to act like they're fucking Middle Eastern. They're totally fucking fakers. So it's cringe.
No, but it's just like what thing you say. No, it's not true because they identify as white. They say they sell. They don't consider themselves synthetic. People of color. That's offensive to them. They are white Europeans and Americans.
They classify themselves a bunch of different things. Like the reality is that you in Israel, the country itself, whether you think you belong there or not, more than half the people there have zero European DNA. They're all over the North Africa, the Middle East.
What do you seriously, you've got ChatGPT right now. Ask ChatGPT. Break down a maternal breakdown of Israelis right now.
Oh, you missed it yesterday. He actually did that. I
lost their
Diego left. They couldn't really use their hair because, hold on, they were making the homeland argument. I was like, okay, well, it says that Palestinian Muslims and Palestinian Christians, slightly more so, have more genetic, a higher percentage of their genetic lineage ties back to Levant. So they literally have more of a right to be there than you guys. And so the Mizrahi Jews, for example, they have some of the Levantine DNA, but they're mixed with like fucking Algerian, all kinds of, or like Persians or whatever. But they're like those Jews are obviously not white. They don't look like white.
It doesn't matter. You can be you claim to be a Semite. You have to be J1. If you're not J1, you're a Semite. That's the story. If you're a E1B1B, you're a Hamite. You're literally like the North African.
Well, so basically, I asked them this, and this is the question where, because I've always thought it was a bullshit narrative. So my question was, well, okay, if I was born in Corsica and all of my ancestors come from Corsica, and I was to convert to Islam, does that make me less indigenous to Corsica? And of course, they said no, it doesn't. I said, okay, so once again, it's just like. Just because the Palestinian Christians, because I was really focusing on them yesterday, I was saying just because the Palestinian Christians are of a different religion, but their ancestors come from there, and that genetic studies show they have more ancestors than you guys that come from there, then how can you say they're not indigenous? And they couldn't really satisfactorily, answer that part. That's where, it was.
Because their fucking lives don't work all the time. They're bullshitting. They know they don't have no historic ties to that land.
They don't
They have ancient ties to it.
No, they don't. Not a
Ancient
fucking
ties,
bit of
yes
it.
they do.
They were expelled from that land thousands of years ago.
Yes,
Their land was gone. It was erased. It's a lie. Judaism lived on, yes, through the faith itself, and it transferred to people in Europe and Asia, whoever else in the Middle East. But them themselves in Palestine, it didn't exist. They were finished.
They've heard me more than once have this argument. I go against the, they like to say, not only did we not colonize it, it's decolonization. It's like, well, it's not really quite how it works. on specifics though, I was saying, because they were talking, at first it was starting, I was providing all of these sources, the Armenian church, what the fuck else is it? There's the different Orthodox churches, the Catholic Church, there's one that's a Baptist church. All of these denominations have come out and condemned the mistreatment by the Israeli occupied forces in the West Bank, as well as settler violence that they have to face. So I was pointing it out. I didn't really want to get hung up too much on that. But then that's when a couple of people were commenting like, oh, well, Judea and Samaria does belong to us. And that's when I said, okay, but using that example of a Corsican who converted to Islam, I was saying, well, those people literally have ties to that fucking land. Their ancestors have been there forever. Where are they supposed to go? That's their land. And that's where it just felt like they can't really say.
Well, what people get over is the fact is those people that you're talking about, their ancestors are the original Jews. They're the ones who have the true ancestry to that land, the ties from generations to generation, not those European cocksuckers. They are not rooted from those lands. I don't care. You can't use Judaism to try to claim it. You're not the original Jews. You're white.
The only thing that gets me today is I think a lot of these anti-Semitic conspiracy theories are stupid, but if you look at I forget, there was like a post on on X, like the elders of Zion, whatever the fuck it was. But like when it talks about like control of the media and narratives and implementing basically soft power, it's like, how do you come to terms with the fact that like the media was largely, you have like fucking Hollywood, which was Jewish, no doubt. Then you had like in the 1970s, over 70% of the media was owned by Jews, and these were all of the major corporations. Then you look at the lobbying power, and it's just like, dude, it's like, it's just crazy how much like that stuff mirrors.
Everybody died.
I guess. Honestly, the only thing I don't like is just Jewish influence and controlling the narratives and lobbying power. That stuff gone. That's like really.
Well, that's all they've ever done.
Really affects me.
That's all they ever will do. The Jews have nothing but their money and their lies.
Well, I don't know that they can keep it going now. See, Jews have been able to do it for the last several decades.
Yeah, but it's been doing forever. Look, there's too many ways where they keep keepers, and like
Exactly.
multiple countries are going to do it once.
I almost feel like the backlash that would come from, like trying to censor you have to do something drastic to shut down speech on the internet.
Are they trying to?
Well, what's who's that faggot, Greenblatt from the ADL? Yeah, he's basically putting, after those attacks in Boulder, he's just trying to get X and TikTok and all into, like, not only fight quote-unquote anti-Semitism, but, for them, anti-Semitism is anything that is pro-Palestine. So, that's how they work. And, they're trying to say you can't